Silent Hill 2 Remake is another victim of pandering to the modern audience. What is the modern audience exactly? Not gamers. Activists. That's who they have been, and that's who has been ruining our games. So now Bloober is panicking a little bit like, oh, wait a minute. Can we ask gamers to please give us a chance? And that is what they're doing right now, because we have seen it time and time again. All of this stuff pandering to the modern audience a lot of times has been failing. And reception has been bad for what we're seeing with the Silent Hill 2 remake. From what we have here, Angela being made fat. Now, this is a shoop for the lols. This is from Manga Lawyer. They blurred it out for some reason, his name. Anyway, this is, yeah, her change. Now, she isn't this fat, but it was for the lols. It's hilarious. But she definitely looks fatter, looks worse. This is the thing, is how are old school graphics so much better than new graphics? It's like, okay, on a technical level, are they better? No, but from an artistic perspective, and it just artistically looking good and aesthetically pleasing to the eye, PS2 and PS3 games look so much better than most modern games, in my opinion. I don't like the look of most modern games that just rely on face scans and all of the lighting technologies and all that, to where they don't put as much effort into just aesthetically pleasing art. But I know a big, huge part of that too is the fact that they are making characters look more ugly, and how that has been a goal with a lot of these activists who have been hired in the gaming industry instead of actual gamers who like video games. And then also what we see here with Maria, we have, this is, hold on, my face is in the way. So we have like the original outfit here, and then we have this, is it terrible? No, but it's not the same, and it definitely detracts from the story, which to my knowledge, this is supposed to be like a fantasy a review of his wife, how he would want her to, what outfit he'd want her to wear in this like nightmare scenario thing. And then this is what we've got, which that's the thing. When Silent Hill 2 first came out, I was young, too scared to play it. And it's like, you know, the thing is games I was too scared to play when I was a lot younger, I would love to be able to dive into those with the remakes. I did with Resident Evil 2 Remake, for example. But with this, that's not even a goal for me. I don't want to play this. I would rather, okay, let me just play the original, which granted right now getting retro games is very expensive, collecting those, but hey, maybe some sort of emulator or something like that. But I definitely have no interest in this remake for the modern audience, because the modern audience aren't gamers. So things that are appeasing the modern audience will not be good for the most part for actual gamers. All right, so Bloober Team CEO Piotr Babino, who also happens to be the creative lead for the Silent Hill 2 remake, asked for gamers to give him and his team a chance on the game, despite the game's publisher, Konami, already confirming it was designed for modern audiences. And the company hired a DEI consultancy firm. That's the nail in the coffin. When companies work, these game companies are working with studios like Sweet Baby Inc., these consultancy firms, which I don't know if that was specifically who they were working with this, but these DEI consulting firms, it's like, it's people who want a job and people who want to be paid in these, in honestly, a huge, massive industry that is the gaming industry. And so this is their chance to, oh, here, let's tell them that they need help with DEI and making people feel represented and making people feel like they're being represented well and comfortably and this and that. So they just made up this stupid job that for some reason these game companies are hiring for. And what these people at these agencies do is they tell them, oh, let's race swap this character, or let's actually make this character uglier because people will be insecure playing a character that's attractive. It's just stupid. But anyway, in an interview with Rolling Stone, Babino provided some details about the game, claiming it's a romantic vision of the game from more than 20 years ago. He also admitted that the team has struggled during development. Let's say development has been a daunting journey, balancing preservation and innovation. That's why a lot of cases, a lot of these games stand the test of time. So instead of just doing these remakes and changing a bunch of things about them, just remaster them. Just make them work with current consoles. Tweak things a little bit. Even with the graphics, not too much. Keep it as faithful as possible. But I am so sick of remakes. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. But the thing is with the current developers, not obviously not all of them, but with a lot of who they're hiring in the gaming industry now, they are using DEI hiring practices, and they're also hiring a bunch of queer activists. Let's just be real. It's queer activists. And they were not like gamers from back in the day. They couldn't handle a Call of Duty lobby, for example. So these aren't actual gamers that can handle being gamers. They want an easy mode on Dark Souls and this, that, and the other. So here are people who have no interest in video games being actual video games, but they want to walk in and ruin everything for people who do like video games. So I don't want them remaking this stuff. You can't trust them to remake this stuff. Also, they are so creatively devoid that they have to rely on remakes because they can't come up with new stuff that is good. Look at Concord, for example. How ugly that game looks and how terrible it failed. So, yeah, they rely on remakes because they cannot make their own stuff. But still, they ruin the things that we love. Nevertheless, he also added, because of those conversations with Konami, we found a great balance of what we and our partner had in mind. It took us a long time to get there, with a lot of creative discussions and hard work, but we are very happy with the result. Then he asked gamers to give the game and his company a chance. I am dreaming that gamers will trust us, but I realize that trust is earned through actions, not through words. So that's why we have a policy of not commenting on the specifics of the game and raising hopes. We want to show our ambitions through our work, so we can't ask for anything more than give us a chance, he added. This is not looking like a good marketing strategy when you have to be saying in these interviews, please give us a chance. You know they must be panicking if that's the case. Because if the reception was good, if things were looking promising for their targeted goals and all of that, they would be up there proud of what they made. And they would just be like, yeah, this is great. We are so excited to get it in the hands of fans and newcomers alike. They'd be able to be firm in that. But instead, this is a very, oh, please give us a chance, apologetic stance, because they know the reception is not good right now, and it's not looking like this is going to be the massive success that they want it to be and that it otherwise should have been. All right, so then he said, then the article says, while he wants gamers to give his team and the game a chance, he also noted, we tried to make all possible fans happy, but at the same time be very faithful to ourselves. Why are you making something for you? That's the thing here. You aren't supposed to make this for you. You are supposed to make it for the fans. If you want to make something for you, make something else. This is so infuriating with me being a huge Tomb Raider fan. I'm just like, everything that they're doing and changing with things, it's like, why are you making this for you? This is supposed to be made for the fans of Tomb Raider. And if you can't make something for the fans or continue something for the fans, make something else. Why is this such a hard concept? I really hope that when people play for the first time, they will understand that the choices we made were the best possible, he said. Doubt. Big doubt here with this screenshot of what we already showed here with the uglified Angela, who looks so much better there than she does here. It's unlikely this will convince gamers and appears to be more confirmation that this game is being wokeified. The game's publisher, Konami, had previously confirmed the game was being adapted for modern audiences. The company posted on X, "See how Bloober team devs working on Silent Hill 2 preserved authenticity while adapting a horror classic for the modern audiences." In the accompanying video, the game's lead producer, I cannot pronounce that, detailed, "I think the biggest change that we've had was actually how to make the game approachable for the newcomers who have not played the original, but at the same time to retain the familiarity of the game that player remembers from 20 years ago." Creative designer and lead director Leonard added, "Our goal from the beginning was to maintain the game's atmosphere while modernizing the gameplay to make it competitive in 2024. Usually modernizing gameplay means watering it down, babyfying it, copying off of something else, making it easier. We've seen it, and again, I'll go on a Tomb Raider rant. We've seen it with Tomb Raider. What did modern Tomb Raider do? Took away, stripped Tomb Raider of being Tomb Raider, an adventure game with puzzles, acrobatics, like very detailed and dynamic acrobatics that required forethought, and puzzles, exploration. You know, there was some action, but, you know, a lot of the focus was a Tomb Raider game being an actual adventure. Surprise, surprise. And so the modernization of this game was to copy off of Uncharted and make a very generic and basic cover shooter with a story focus on a very underwhelming story at that. That changes everything about Lara Croft and her backstory, and just give us babyfied, watered down gameplay. You know, for the non-gamers that don't want an actual Tomb Raider experience, because it's too hard. It's too hard. I can't handle it. That's what modern gameplay is. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. But anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you want me to read the Bible to you, you can check out my Bible channel, Bible Time with Melanie Mack. Thank you again for watching. I'll catch you next time. In the meantime, go boom.